Hey guys, I'm back. Know it's been a few months since I did a video, but work and school and everything got caught up in the way of being able to actually sit down and take the time to do a proper video. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go on a little tour of some of the new additions I've got, new molts, and feed who we can feed if people feel like eating today. So without further ado, let's get down to business. Alright everybody, first stop on our tarantula tour is Aragog, my Grammostola pulchripes, who, as you can probably tell, is due for a molt just about any day now. Which is good, because he's been this size for a very long time. So I'm definitely anxious to get a molt from him, or her, whichever it may be. So we can get him maybe into a bigger enclosure, depending on how much size he puts on. So there you go, it's the Grammostola pulchripes, the Chaco Golden Knee. Okay, so next up is Medusa, my Haplopus species Columbia large, the larger version of the pumpkin patch. This is another one who is currently in pre-molt, which she'll be getting a bigger enclosure as soon as she does. See, that mirror patch on her abdomen is turned black. So hopefully we should be getting one soon. She's on the move. She's one of the ones that never likes to really sit still very often. It's one of the reasons why I like her. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, so somewhere in here is Freya, my Lasiodora klugi, the Bahia Scarlet bird eater, who you can kind of see moving in there. It's currently in pre-molt, again, like everyone else, so we're not going to be feeding them today, or him today. But hopefully we should get a molt any day now. It's been quite some time since this little one got a molt, so I'm going to make sure he has some water and we'll go on to the next one. Alright, so in the back there is a new addition. This is my Grammostola C.darlingi. He is a confirmed male, named Renfield, and he should be ready. Well, I know he's ready because I've fed him once already since he molted, so let's go ahead and feed him again. Get the lid off of here. There we go. As you can see, he is all legs. I mean, this guy's like nothing but legs. Alright, here's another new addition. This is actually my first Old World species. This is the C.darlingi, the rear-horned baboon, which I have decided to name Blackjack on account of the fact that he was my very first, well, not my very first, but my 21st Old World, or excuse me, can't say anything right today, my 21st tarantula. Should be hungry. It's been about a week and a half since he molted. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's right down here. I dropped the roach up here at the entrance to his burrow. So one thing I do not like about these dubias is once they sense anything, they play dead, and everything just stands still. If we can get some kind of movement here, that would be great. Seems like I always have this problem when I do videos, that nobody wants to move. Come on, buddy, we've got all day. And we don't really have all day, but still, I'd like to see something happen. Really should get like a little stick or something I can use to reach in there and get that roach to move. Alright, well, I know he's going to eat it, so we'll leave him be and we'll go on to the next one. Alright, here we have Mr. T, my mature male Brachypelma albiceps. I believe it's called the Mexican golden red rump, I believe. Let's see if he's hungry. He's been pretty good about eating lately, so... There we go. I always like when he eats. It's because when I first got him a few months ago, he didn't eat at all. But about maybe past 2 months or so, he's been really good about eating, thankfully. You never know how much longer you're going to have one of these, or a mature male anyway. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, this is Claudia, my Brachypelma albopilosum, the Honduran curly hair. Oops. There she goes. I'm gonna take it down for yep. One thing I love about these brackies, they're always hungry until they're not, which is usually a pretty good indication of pre-mold, at least in my experience. I love the gold hairs that cover the body too. Alright, I'm gonna give her some water and go on to the next one. Alright, here we have Zim, my Firmictopus cancerides, the Haitian brown bird eater. It's another one that just loves to eat. Oh, spooked him a little bit, but, you know, as usual, he took it down, so we're doing pretty good for feedings today. The C.darlingi did, in fact, take down that roach as soon as I shut the lid. So far everyone that I've fed has eaten, which is always cool to see. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, here we have Ash, who is my very tiny, and as you can see, very angry Nanduchromatus, which I believe is called the Brazilian red and white. I think I've also heard it called the Brazilian white striped bird eater or something like that, but as you can see, totally angry for being so tiny. We're not going to feed it today because I don't have anything small enough to give it at the moment. So I'll have to go out and get some pinhead crickets for it so I can feed it tonight. I had this thing since it was a tiny little, maybe 1/3 of an inch spiderling. It was actually in this tube that you see back here. It's grown in nicely. Just molted about 2 weeks ago, I think. It's eaten once and took the cricket no problem. Cool thing about this molt is when this is the molt where it started getting some white stripes on the legs, which is always cool to see develop. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, hiding up here in the corner is Abigail. The very first tarantula I ever got. Got at a 3/4 inch spiderlings, now maybe 1.5 inch, maybe, closer to 2 inches. It says the Brachypelma hamori, formerly known as the Brachypelma smithi, otherwise known as the Mexican red knee. Won't be feeding her today because I don't know if you guys can tell, but the abdomen is quite large compared to the carapace, and looks like it's starting to darken up. So I'm hoping we'll get a molt from her soon. So what we're going to do is, just like the rest, we're going to give her some water and let her go about her spider business. Alright, next we have Natalia, which is my Pamphibedius platyoma. I think it's a pink bloom bird eater or purple bloom. Some kind of bloom bird eater. You can see she's not very happy with me right now. She's not like being disturbed. We're gonna try and see if she's hungry. I think I missed the attack there. Oh, there we go. I love this spider so much. I'm gonna be sad to see that little Christmas tree pattern on her abdomen go away though. Get some fang action going on too. That's always nice. I'm glad to see someone go right after the roach. It's a pleasant change from what we normally see here. You gonna do your little dance for us too? No? Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, here we have Pandora, my Chromatopelma cyanopubescens, the green bottle blue. It's another one that we're not going to be feeding today. The abdomen is quite large, so probably will not get another feeding until after he or she molts. It's another one where I'm going to be a little sad to see, you know, these sling colors kind of go away, but also excited to see those blues and greens come in once he reaches adulthood. But as you can kind of see, he's completely webbed up his entire enclosure. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, and then that hole back there is another new one for you. This is Newt, my Aphonopelma seemani blue form, female, which as you can see right down here at the bottom. Let's see if she's ready to eat. I've only gotten her to eat once since I got her, and that was just a tiny little cricket the other day, so. And of course the roach doesn't want to cooperate. No, do not go that way. Come on, roach. That's odd because I dropped the roach in, or the cricket rather, a couple days ago. I mean, it was a small one, just a little leftover I had from feeding my small slings, and she pounced right on it, but doesn't seem to want to go for this roach. Alright, well, we'll try and go on to the next one. Alright, up here is Cassandra, my female juvenile Brachypelma vagans, the Mexican red rump. It's another one I won't be feeding, which you can clearly see from here the abdomen is quite large compared to the carapace. It's another one that I suspect is in pre-molt, which I'm really excited for because that back leg on her right side will be more developed on this next molt after she lost it 2 molts ago. And on this most recent molt, the black in her carapace finally came in. So she's starting to look like a little miniature adult right now. Let's see if we can get some light on her and see if you can get a look at these colors. There you go. I don't know why I've been doing this all along. As you can see, she is gorgeous. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Okay, here's another one that we're not going to be feeding due to the size of the abdomen. This is Cleopatra. This is my first LP, the Lasiodora parahabana, the salmon pink bird eater. It's another one that is growing very quickly. I'm hoping within the next molt that we'll get some color coming in, because right now she is still the same kind of beige brown color as she was almost a year ago when I first got her as a 1/2 inch spiderling. She's now easily, just looking at her, I'd say close to 2 inches. 1.5 inches maybe. So, alright, I'm gonna give her some water and we'll go on to the next one. Alright, here we have Elvira, my Grammostola pulchra, the Brazilian black. I'm hoping as a female. I'm still waiting to get a molt from her. Had her since sometime in February. I haven't gotten a molt yet, but she continues to eat. So her abdomen's quite large right now, so I don't think I'm going to be feeding her for a while. At least not until she molts again. So this is one of those ones where, once again, give water, make sure, husbandry is met, and let her go about her business. Alright, and in here we have one of my biggest tarantulas right now. This is Ripley. This is my Aphonopelma simani. I guess it's the normal color form. It's the black and white. She's the Costa Rican zebra. Let's see if she's hungry. Yep. So she's one of my best eaters. And actually she molted since I did my last video. And as you can see, she is a gorgeous, gorgeous black. And she regained all the hair on her abdomen. So anytime I show anybody my spiders, or my tarantulas rather, she's always the first one I show them. Everybody falls in love with her. Just because of how striking the contrast is between the white stripes on her legs and the overall black color. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, this is Kong, my LP number 2, Lasiodora parahabana, and salmon pink bird eater. It's another one where, let's see, I might feed this one. No, I'm not going to feed this one. The abdomen is definitely much larger than the carapace. And this one's actually growing a little bit slower than Cleopatra had been at that size. I don't know if that's just, maybe one's a female, one's a male. I know growth rate isn't really a good way to judge that, but it'd be cool if I got one of each. But, alright, give this guy some water, and we'll go on to the next one. Alright, this is Wednesday, the Acanthoscurria geniculata, Brazilian white knee. It's another one that I'm not feeding, just because the abdomen is so much larger. She hasn't eaten in, it's like 100 and something days now, so I'm hoping to get a molt out of her sometime soon, because her colors are really starting to show. It's been, I think, close to 200 days since her last molt, give or take. So it would definitely be cool to try and get a molt from her sometime soon. Alright, I'm going to top up the water dish, and not too many more to go. And look at what we have here. We have a molt. This is Bathory. This was, or is rather, my female Brachypelma auratum, the Mexican flame knee. She just molted, I think maybe 4 or 5 days ago. I think. I'm not exactly. I know it's less than a week. So we're definitely not going to be feeding her yet. Just thought I would show you guys how cool this was. I'm going to try and pull that molt out of there. If she'll let me. I'm trying not to disturb her too much because she is freshly molted. Alright, let's go on to a couple more. Alright, this is Lily, my Grammostola porteri, the normal color form of the Chilean rose. I'm not going to feed her because she's in desperate need of a molt. I think she's only eaten twice since I got her. As you can see, her colors are awful. And I just filled up her water bowl a little bit ago. So we're going to leave her be, and hopefully one of these days she'll actually molt. Alright, on to some next one. Alright, somewhere in here is Charlie, my other, what is it? C.darlingi, rear-horned baboon. Another one that's a great eater, so let's go ahead and tempt him out with some food. This guy generally likes to stay out in the open until I move his enclosure, and then he bolts back into one of his holes. Hopefully we'll get him to come out here, because he is literally just right back here. I think it's going to be just like blackjack, and we're not going to get to see the takedown on this. Anything? Nope. As you can see, a crazy Weber. There's another one that molted a couple weeks ago, I believe it was. And he's eaten twice since he molted. Yeah, I think it's going to be just like the other one. We're not going to get a attack on this one. But I know he'll get that roach as soon as it moves again. I think we got 4 more tarantulas to show. Alright, let's move on. Alright, way back under the log there is my newest addition. I got 3 days ago. This is Mara. This is my female subadult Nandu chromatus. Which, for being a Nandu, she's been extremely calm. I transferred her very well. Gave me no issues, no threat postures, no kicking, nothing. Hopefully we can get something out of her here. I did not mean to put that up top though. It might have been a bit too dark for us to see. Give me a second, I'll get us some light. I really should invest in some better lighting for this. There we go. So look at those legs. She's definitely one of the most beautiful ones that I have right now. Alright, I think we got 2 more to show you, and that'll be it for today. So let's keep moving. This was a pleasant surprise. This is Morticia, my Grammostola rosea, the red color form of the Porteri, who recently molted about 7 days ago, 6 days ago. And I don't know if her color's showing up on camera, but she's a brilliant, brilliant fire red, and her carapace is kind of this reddish, pinkish color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the old molt out of there, give her some water, and leave her to her business for about another week. So hopefully in the next video she'll eat for us. I hope. She hasn't eaten in, geez, close to over 200 days. Alright, got 2 more to show you. Alright, here we have yet another rose hair. This time it's another Grammostola Porteri, normal color form. This one's name is Lily, after Lily Monster. This one is definitely in pre-molt as well, so we're not going to be feeding her. This isn't one of those ones that it was given to me because the previous owner didn't want it anymore, or decided they didn't want tarantulas, whatever the case may have been. I don't remember. I just remember a friend had told me that the previous owner hadn't fed it in like a year that they know of. I mean, it was in a big, like 20-gallon tank with maybe ½ inch of substrate in it, and it was covered with rocks and a whole bunch of stupid stuff. So of course I took it in and gave it a much better home. It's got plenty of substrate to dig in, and it's doing much better than when I first got it. So here's hoping we get a molt out of this one soon. It'd be nice. I got 1 rose hair that's molted. I'd like to see the other 2. Alright, let's go on to the last one. Alright, last one. Who wants to guess what's inside the hole of doom? Well, if you said the Ephobos mirinus, the skeleton tarantula, you would in fact be correct. Remember, this one wasn't the best eater in my older videos, and I found out why. She was in pre-molt. Oops, dropped it right down the hole. I'm sure he got it, but not 100%. Got another one we can tempt him out with. It's been quite active lately, especially at night. We can get some kind of showcase here. We have to do a midnight feeding of this one. I don't think we're going to get to see it. It doesn't look like it. It would figure. One time I want to showcase the tarantula and she doesn't want to be seen. I'm going to pause you guys for a second, and then maybe we can get a shot down the hole. Alright, as you guys can kind of see, she's right down there. I think she got that first one we got down there, but the other one kind of dug into the side of the tunnel here. Hopefully she'll dig that out at some point. Alright. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and if you're still subscribed to me, I'd like to thank you for still being here for all these months that I've been inactive, and hopefully we'll get on a more regular schedule. Alright, thanks for watching.